Today was a tough one. The sections were probably the hardest of the year, and some pretty strange stuff out there. There was some standing water that definitely was not there last year. We saw some similar spots, but rode a lot of things the other direction, and they did a good job of making things difficult with what they had to work with. That made for some sections that were quite a bit of a workout, some long ones that you're doing 180s and going back and forth. And yeah, I started out a little shaky. I had a 5 in the second section, just bike got away from me, and that was hard to find confidence after that. And I took quite a few more single dabs and had another 5 on the second loop, and it was hard to come back from that, but I was able to finally put it together on the third loop and had just 1 point. So I'm happy that I was able to turn it around, but not completely happy with my riding. It just, some days aren't perfect, and I was good enough for third today, so props to Josh for beating me as well as Toby. They were riding awesome, and yeah, third's the best I had today, but hopefully I can do a little better tomorrow.
So I had pretty high expectations for myself coming into this weekend. I've been training a ton since we went over to Spain, so I've really been putting in the effort, and to come away in fourth is it's kind of bittersweet. You know, really close to the top 3 guys, and they're riding really well, and so I got to be on my A game. But today was just a really technical trial. I just really had to hit all my marks perfectly, and if you're a couple inches off, it'll cause a dab. And basically, that's what ended up killing me. I had 2 5s, but for the majority, it was just a lot of dabs here and there. I just couldn't stay totally clean. But to be only a couple points off of the top 3 is a good feeling. I know there's more in store for me. I can push harder and do better. It's not like I was riding out of my mind and being this close. I feel like it definitely wasn't my best riding, so just going to keep pushing on for tomorrow and hope we can pull out a better result. I feel like I've been riding really solid, and I've been working really hard to fix my technique and fix my form, and so to be consistently closer to these guys is a good feeling, but I know I can do better.
Today was another tough day, but it was a lot more enjoyable for me. I thought the sections flowed a bit better, and they were quite challenging. There were a few that I never cleaned, which that's always one of my goals, but there was actually one that I never actually rode because it was under 2 feet of water and a big 5-foot step, and most people did just punch that one. So it was an 11-section trial for most of us, and I rode a lot better than yesterday. Just enjoyed the day quite a bit more, had more confidence, and started out pretty decent. I took quite a few points on the first loop, ended up riding some lines that I wasn't completely confident in, but I just had to ride without watching the other guys because that wasn't going to play the waiting game, and they were, so I would have liked to have seen a few more rides from them, but anyway, I felt like I rode pretty well given the circumstances, and the bike was working really well also. Made a lot of that stuff a lot easier, so that was a great thing to be able to rely on. And I have to give a huge thanks to the team for making the bike so great to end on a win. I did tie Toby today, but I won on clean, so it was as close as it gets. I'm definitely happy to end the season on a strong note, especially after yesterday, not my best work. So hopefully this gives me some motivation and confidence going into the off season to come back stronger next year.
I'm pretty disappointed with my riding today. I thought with my riding yesterday, feeling pretty good on the bike. I could kind of build on that momentum I had from Saturday, and it just wasn't the case. I, for some reason, just couldn't piece my riding together. I did some stuff really, really well, but in the end, I just took too many 5s, and it really put me out. Pretty disappointed with how the season ended at this point. You know, I worked really, really hard for this weekend. It's really late in the season, so we had to push for a very long time this year, and so it's kind of a bad feeling when you push that hard and finish on such a low note. So I think some of the sections were just not gelling with me. I think, you know, it just wasn't my day, and ultimately it's kind of a crappy feeling because you have nothing to look forward to now. It's just next year, and so a bit of an uneasy feeling, and so I just have to keep pushing and just keep working. And it's really all I can do and all I can hope for.